topics here today. You guys ready? You guys want one more comment? You guys ready for more show? Alright guys, this next guy, he's your headliner. He's so fucking funny. He's open for Michael Che and Mark Norman. Give it up for Chris Allen, everybody!
Alright, thanks everybody. Give it up for Raphael, everybody. You nigga built like a Dominican relief pitcher and shit. Give it up for all my friends, Genevieve, Martin Phillips, everybody. Yeah. I know Martin is not even like that. That's part of his act. I bet you when he comes, he just be like, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? This is gonna be a weird show, y'all. I got a lot of family sitting in the front row, so there's a lot of shit I can't say. So, yeah, my brother-in-law's here, man. I can't. I got this whole ass-eating bit, but it's his sister. So I can't. My bad, y'all. Your sister's pretty cool, bro. Man, don't tell her. I'm kidding. Don't tell her. Yeah, I come back, that pussy will be on lockdown. I eat ass in Austin. I got another friend here, my man Clayton. I was in the military for 20 years. They come out to support me. My family here. Look, I'm a sentimental dude. So I just gotta start. I want to start my shows by saying thank you so much. And Genevieve was right. Dreams do come true. This is exactly what I wanted after I retired from the military. And like I'm on the road, I'm doing comedy now. I'm happy with my life. This is the happiest I've ever been. So I want to thank y'all from the top. Thank y'all so much for coming. I'm trying not to cry. Glad to be here. Somebody told me to go to Terry Black's today. Bruh, I'm poor now. Have y'all been to Terry Black's? I went hungry. I was like, go hungry, eat a lot. Man, that plate was $85. Yeah. I was like, I'm fucking this brisket. I'm sorry. For $85, give me that fat cap. I'm nothing on that shit. Is this too much for y'all, auntie? Cool. I'm so scared. I don't want y'all to come out, girl, you're sitting over here talking about calm. All right. Don't tell my mom this shit, please don't. Yeah, black families. All right. Do y'all, towards the end, do y'all mind if I tell some stories? Because, like, I got some stories, but they're not funny yet, so I don't want to do them up top. So at the end, can I do some stories? I want to do some crowd work. I want to talk to y'all, man, because there's some odd groups in here I want to talk to. Nah, there's some interracial couples I want to talk to. Where you meet your black queen at, sir?
Virginia.
What part?
Fairfax.
I live up there. That's cool. Yeah, y'all just moved. So y'all moved here afterwards, or?
Yeah, we just moved here about a year.
Wow. So you went damn. So you stole it from Virginia and brought it to Texas? Sounds familiar, bro. Sounds familiar. It was our idea. Yeah, right. Ain't no motherfucking hair stores out here. How long y'all been together? 2 years. Okay, you gonna pop the question, motherfucker? What? Okay. So that's good, man. 2 years, man. Yeah. Me and my wife, we just celebrated 18 years, everybody. 18 years. Yeah. Yes. And that's kind of a milestone. And like this year, I was like, you know what? We ate out a lot during the pandemic. It was crazy. So I was like, I don't want to eat out. I want to make this like more special. I was like, you know, let me step my game up, make it more romantic. I was like, I'm gonna cook dinner for my wife, do something more romantic, right? I thought that was gonna be cool. So I'm downstairs, I'm cooking, I'm seasoning meat up, seasoning everything up. I'm sweating, y'all. I'm working my ass off. She comes downstairs, she sees me, she goes, is that salmon? I go, yeah. She goes, ooh. I'll season it myself. And I'm like, damn. She goes, no, Chris, calm down. I see you getting upset. I'm not saying you don't do a good job. I just know exactly how I like it. It hurt, but I let it go. So we have dinner, it goes great. Later at night, we kiss and we make it out. She starts to reach down and give me a little hand job. And I'm like, ooh. I go, calm down. Looks like you're getting upset. I'm not saying you don't do a good job. I just know exactly how I like it. Ladies, can I be honest with y'all? Can I be totally honest with y'all? Every last one of y'all are terrible at hand jobs. Y'all are bad. Ever since we were like 13, we was suffering through bad hand jobs just so y'all would touch it. And y'all be like, what's this? What's this here? Y'all know it's an organ, right? Y'all, ladies, y'all put on penises like y'all trying to start a lawnmower the first day of spring. Y'all like, you yanking on that shit? What if we uppercutted you in the clip? Would you like that shit? You said, yeah? Damn. You got one of them Texas clips. Hell yeah. Beat it up. You queer, hurry up. Big clip, man. She got a 10-gallon hat on it. How long y'all been together? Oh, why you looking at it like that? Huh? Making sure you're alright? Oh, okay. Y'all still having a lot of, sex and stuff? I'm beating it up. Marriage is tough, man. Like, y'all know, I take marriage very seriously, man. It's not easy. And I always try to tell you it's not easy. It's all about communication and all that type of shit. Like, my wife and I went almost a year before without sex because we weren't talking. And like, she got cold, bro, cold. That's like almost a year of us just sleeping butt to butt. You know what I mean? That's just not, it's not fun. And so we're in the midst of this drought, right? And I'm trying to make light of the situation. I'm in the kitchen, I'm making a sandwich, and my wife was like, babe. She was like, could you get more ice cream out of the freezer? And I'm trying to be funny. I'm like, you want me to get your pussy out of there too? No, exactly. Exactly. Bro, why she come back? She was like, yeah, right after you get that dick out the trash. I was like, so you want the sherbet or you want the Neapolitan? She got mine. I don't want to get divorced, man. I don't. That should look terrible. This is one of the little stories. I don't know how funny this is, but this is true. My neighbor got divorced. I don't know when. But that nigga was living there, and then he wasn't. All right, so I don't know these people's business. I don't know what happened. But I know he was living there, he wasn't. And and let me tell you this too. I'm only seeing like 30 seconds of these interactions. But I will be driving to the store, I'll see his truck at their house, right? And when this shit was new, his wife was cold. I mean, you know, white women be cold as fuck. Like when a white woman done with you, she done with your ass. So he would drop the kids off and she's standing in the door jam like this, no smiling. He'd be like, hey, how you doing? All she gave him was this. Hey. I was like, ooh, that's not good. Run in the house, he would drive off. A couple months later, she kind of out in the yard, a little nicer. Now they talking, I go, that's cool, man. Now they co-parenting, everything is cool. I like to see that. And I saw that for a couple of months. And he took another step. This motherfucker showed up with a puppy one time. And she did not give a fuck. And I don't know if y'all ever seen a white woman cold to a puppy, but that's some wild shit. And the kids are like, oh my God, the puppy. And she's just like, nah, I ain't fucking with that shit. So after a while, he got comfortable, right? I'm like, things are good. So the other day, I'm driving to go to the store. I see his truck out there. Why does this motherfucker have another woman in his truck? I was like, oh, he is tripping. And look, I'm nosy as fuck. I was just like, I need to hurry up and get to the store and get this ice cream so I can get back, right? I come back. It's 4 county sheriffs. I'm a black dude. I'm typically scared. I'm like, oh, I gotta see this shit. And I drive by all slow, I'm like looking, and I never even met this dude really, and we make eye contact, and the eye contact is just like, I fucked up, didn't I? And I'm like, yeah, nigga, you fucked up. I don't want to get divorced, man. I don't want it. That shit looks so bad. We had a great summer. My son spent the whole summer in Rochester with my parents. It was great, y'all. Like I said, we've been married for 18 years, And I was in the military for 20. And my wife and I, we don't get to spend a lot of time alone. And like, we don't trust babysitters and shit like that. So like, we don't get a lot of us time. And I gotta be honest, that shit was great. And we ain't thinking about that motherfucker all summer. Not once. And not because of negligence, because I have a great family and I don't gotta think about that shit. Like, we went to the beach, we rode bikes, we did edibles, it was great. It was everything I ever wanted in a girlfriend since I was like 17, man. We really connected, we talked. And fellas, let me tell y'all something. A lot of y'all fellas, man, like, I was in the military. I was in a very toxic, masculine environment for 2 decades. The Air Force, the best one. That's why I'm up here, okay? I'm not a Marine with no fucking legs. Hoorah! Fuck you. Fuck them. Well, are you also military or used to be military? Navy? Gay. I'm just kidding. What did you do in the Navy?
Yeoman.
A what?
Yeoman.
A yeoman?
Yeah, we have the braids.
You had the braid?
No, we have different.
A yeoman? What the fuck is that?
It's different rate. It's different emphasis.
What job did you do? Admin? Okay, you were with this white dude for too long. You got it. That's how she is. That's I don't fucking know. How long did you do?
12.
12? Why you get out?
Yeah, you know how they force you out.
No. No. Now, I almost got too fat for the Air Force before. He know. Can y'all go run with Sergeant Allen? He put his fat ass. Do you wish you could stay there?
I'm good out, but at the time I was pissed.
You was pissed? You find you're a white king, huh? I like your hair, man. That's real cool, man. What do you look like a philosopher with that? I like that stuff. What do you do, sir? Retail?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay. What the fuck was I talking about? My ADD got me fucked up. Like in the military, man, like everything is about brevity. It's not about explaining anything. And what I learned is when you get out, like the real world is completely opposite. Like you have to talk. Communication is big. Like in the military, it's just like, hey, do this shit. You don't need to understand nothing. Just fucking do it. Then that does not work in the civilian world. It doesn't work in relationships. You have to talk a lot. And I know that bothers a lot of dudes. It does. And that's one thing, I will be honest, fellas, that's one thing that really helped my wife and I get back in the sack is we talk so much. We talk, we just reconnected. You find out like, man, this is I now remember why I fell in love with this person back in the sack. It can be painful at times, but it's great. It's like it's like our version of anal, like having conversations. But fellas, if you just lay still and let it happen, before you know, you're like, this is not that bad. Just go slow, ladies. We got a new mattress because the old sex life was dead. I was like, let's start over and get a fresh mattress. And we got this new Tempur-Pedic joint. You ever seen this new mattress? It can hear in the bedroom. It listens. Like if you snore, it'll like lift your back up. I don't like that shit. That shit's weird. I don't need shit listening in my bedroom. And the thing is, my snoring doesn't bother me. I don't need that. I got a wife, hey motherfucker, quit snoring. I don't need to spend $3,000 on this. It's not helping me. I wish I could talk to the mattress like, hey, help me out. If you can hear, you hear us having sex. You hear I can't make my wife come. Lift her ass up a little bit. And whatever number that is, that's her sleep number. It's a Tempur-Pedic mattress. I'm sorry, man. Is this weird, John? Man, I be blasting this little sister. That's great. The big sister. The big sister. The one that made you grilled cheeses, I be tearing that stuff. Back then she was like, get out my room, I'm changing. I get the stage on. That's so weird. I seen your sister's titties. That's crazy. I put my penis on your sister's titties. gonna kill me when I get back. And she gonna drop it, it's like, I heard all that shit you said. And she a black woman too, she gonna get the security, no ticket, none of that shit. See, it's like, oh yeah, she mad, come on, man. Yeah. That's a gun? Go ahead and bring it, yeah. Alright, fuck that, I'm gonna try this. I've been working on this joke, but it's killing me, it's been killing me, but I love this bit. I love my wife, man. And like I said, I take my marriage very seriously. And I'm very fortunate because for 20 years I was a breadwinner. I was in the military, I was paying all the bills and stuff. Now I'm done with that. And my wife was like, hey, you've been doing this for a while. I want you to pursue it full time. So like now she's the main breadwinner. And I'm so lucky to have a woman that is supportive. Like I'm here now doing this. I really appreciate her, man. Because a lot of people just wouldn't do that. Male or female, they just wouldn't allow it. She's in charge now. She running shit. Like, I look at my marriage like a sports team. Like, we a franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, she LeBron. She putting up 25 points a game, 10 rings. She doing all the work. I'm scoring a little 8 here and there. But that's my LeBron. And you know, like a good player, when they come back to the bench, you need to show them motherfuckers appreciation. When LeBron come out the court, his team be like, yep, good job, LeBron. Water, towel, here go a good seat. I'm not lying, y'all. Me and my son will clap my wife into the house sometime. That's our bench. She come home from work, I'm like, yeah, good job out there, yeah? There's people trying to fuck my wife. She like, you know, I show my wife appreciation because I know there's other franchises looking to. They got roster slots open. My wife is very attractive. She's a go-getter. She's around a lot of successful men, and I'm broke as shit. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta do what I can. I can't lose her from my franchise. I cannot afford to lose her. I show her all the appreciation. She don't need to come back to the bench and nobody say good job out there. I see all the rebounds you get. You playing good. I tell her, hey, you doing a great fucking job. I want to let you know you are appreciated on this squad. I need you. Because this is motherfuckers that, like I said, they got roster spots open. Look at Damian Lillard. He in Milwaukee now. Because Portland was not showing that motherfucker appreciation. Now he in shitty ass Milwaukee with Giannis. And that ain't gonna be me. I'm showing my wife appreciation. I ain't gonna wake up one day and she got another nigga jersey like, yeah. I got me a new squad. I got the number I want. I got a new contract. I can shoot when I want to. Fuck that, not me. See how it's not funny at the end? You gonna record the whole fucking time? God, don't, please don't. This is new shit. You can record it like 10 more minutes. This is my brother. He loves right-wing Mexican women. Huh? Man, that's what I heard, man. So I've been making fun of you for months. My bad. I was like, damn, he busting some good ones. My bad, that's what they told me. Maybe that's I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's it, everybody. Been married for so long. I'm sorry, man. You used to, I think. Yeah, we got an 11-year-old son. His name is Miles. I love being a dad. I take that shit very seriously, especially as a black man in America. People think we absentee fathers and shit. I love being. I take that shit very seriously. I'm just like every other parent. I'm just ignoring him on my phone, just like my dad. Just turned 11. It's crazy, man. He just turned 11. And it brought back a lot of memories. Like I dropped him off at middle school a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, damn, it just seemed like a couple days ago he was going to elementary school. You know that shit, man? Little dude, man. I was still on active duty when they started school, man. I was in uniform, I dropped him off. I've seen some wild shit in my career. I've seen people die, and I was like, this will be easy. Round of applause if you've ever done the first day of school drop off with your kid, kindergarten. That shit is tough. It's tough. So we pull up to the school, right? He jumped out the car, his backpack was bouncing, it was so cute, it was so innocent. I was like, oh my God, that's my little burrito. When he was so little, I used to do the Heisman in the crook of my arm. Now this motherfucker running off to school. I I was like, this is the beginning of his life. People gonna know him in public now. They see him in the store. I was like, this is the beginning of all that, his little life. We get into the school, we put the stuff in the cubby. I go, hey buddy, I love you, have a great day. I hug him. I get back to my car, y'all, and I start bawling my fucking eyes out. I am crying uncontrollably. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I'm saving $1,000 a month in daycare. This is great. How do you think I got these? I was like, nigga, that's more sneaker money. This is great. Out here in middle school, man, it's crazy. And I gotta thank my wife too, man, because our relationship has changed a lot. Because I think like most dads, we want our kids, especially our boys, to be a certain thing. Like I wanted to be an NBA player and all. I wasn't talented enough for that. And I was like, that's what I want for my son. Yeah. He is not a sports kid. He's an indoor, he like video games, he wants to be a coder, he loves all that stuff. And it was cool, but I was like, I still was trying to force him to like play games and play sports and stuff. And I was talking to my wife, I go, me and Miles just don't really seem like we really connected. And she goes, look, you have to meet your kids where they are. Whatever they're into, no matter how stupid or you have to start doing it. You gotta get on their level. You have to do what they do, and that's how you really bond and build their relationship. So we started watching people play video games on YouTube together, and now we have like our favorite YouTubers that we watch together. It's great. Like, and we also started playing Minecraft together because he loves Minecraft. If you got kids, you know they always playing that shit, right? And if you've never played video games with your kids, you have to. Have you ever gone drinking with a new coworker before, and like they get drunk, you like, oh, that's who this motherfucker is? That's what playing video games with your kids is like. They get a couple little kills, you like, oh, that's who this motherfucker is? Yeah, it's wild. It's crazy. Like we love playing Minecraft. And have y'all watched the Jeffrey Dahmer miniseries on Netflix? Yeah. So y'all remember the beginning when they showed his dad get that phone call, and Mr. Dahmer really didn't look surprised. And I was like, oh, this motherfucker knew his son was weird. He had been waiting on that phone call for 20 years. He knew that nigga was weird, but he just didn't know what it was. So he got that phone call. I'll be there. I already know the nigga weird. Yeah, I know. Yeah. He didn't know it was that, but. And I gotta say this, after playing Minecraft with my son, I might get a phone call, y'all. This is what happened. So we playing the game, and you gotta eat and all that kind of stuff in the game. He goes, Daddy, okay. He's like, I need you to go out and start killing some stuff. We need food for our little house. I go, cool. Pull on my sword, I'm killing sheep and llamas and shit. Yeah. He goes, Daddy, stop. He goes, you know what? Save your sword. I got a flint and steel. I'm gonna make this easier. I go, what does that mean? He goes, I'm just gonna set them on fire. He was like, then when they're done, it's automatically cooked, and we don't even have to cook it. We use less resources. It's more efficient. And I was just like, I might get a phone call. This dude is talking about killing animals efficiently. But it's so, I love it because it's so cute. Like our roles come reversed. Like I've become the dad I said I would never become. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I loved video games. I thought I would play for the rest of my life. And I was like, I'm never gonna be a dad that doesn't know how to play video games. Well, guess what? I don't know how to play video games anymore. He gets mad at me because I'm like, now I look at the controller, I'm doing this shit. All this stuff. He's like, you don't need to move the controller, Dad. Just stay here. One time he was like, you hit the buttons wrong. It's BA. I go, man, when I was a kid, it was the other way around. He goes, oh, for real? They changed the button on the Nintendo? Got on Google. It was like, it's been the same. I was like, God, nigga using Google on me. I don't know what I'm doing. So like now he's the kind of the leader, the teacher and stuff like. But it's so cute. Like sometimes we'll be playing Minecraft and we'll go down to these little dungeons and caves and stuff, and he becomes a protector. He'll be like, Daddy, get behind me, be safe behind me. And he's like, I got on diamond armor. I'm gonna keep you safe. Stay behind me, Daddy. I got you. It's cute. And then sometimes he'll give me busy work to do. Because sometimes I'll just be spinning around. He's like, Daddy, come here. He's like, Daddy, you see all this copper? He's like, I want you to mine all this copper. And my dumb ass is like, okay. For 2 hours in real time, I'm mining copper. I'm helping. And we'll get back to the little hut that we made. I go, what we gonna do with all this copper mines? He go, Daddy, that's completely useless. We don't need it. He was like, you didn't know what you were doing. I just wanted you out the way. Fuck you. But this is the wild shit. Because also Minecraft, we have to craft things. I don't know how to play video games. I don't know what I'm doing. Everything has durability. It's semi-real, right? You can't just use a tool forever. So like my pickaxe will break, and now I gotta go hand in hand to my own son, the motherfucker I feed every single day, and go, hey man, could you make your poor old dear dad, could you make me a pickaxe? And you know what these people say to me? Dang, Daddy, how come every time I'm in the middle of something, I gotta stop and help you? Does that sound familiar? You little cock blocker? I'm getting ready to do something. Sorry, John. Yeah, I love being a dad, man. I do. I got a lot of anxiety and stuff, so like ever since I retired, I smoke weed every day. Is this a weed crowd? Yeah. You gotta hurry up and retire, my man. You wanna retire early? There's no pension though. I can have you out by next week. It's called Gorilla Glue number 4 if you want to get out quickly. What I do, I smoke a lot of weed. Honestly, man, I feel like weed makes me a better parent. Damn! Is this your mom? Your grandma? Fucking this smoking doobie, man. Oh, you definitely smoke weed, sir. This is Willie Nelson looking. You out with your grandparents drinking? Got your titties out? Disrespectful ass. That's just the like, you know, she's like, who got the titties out with their grandma? So that ain't happening with black aunties. No, you put the goddamn titties out with your grandma. Being fresh. So y'all just hang out with you? That's cool, man. That's cool. I just lost my grandmother a couple years ago, so enjoy that, man. Have fun. Have you ever smoked weed with her?
Fuck yeah!
Oh! For real? Like backwoods? For real? Can you imagine her grandmother? She got like a Charlie and she got a backwoods. Playing some young dogs like, yeah. Don't get bitches, you hit that. You know Daddy know how to roll a backwood. You got a pipe? We don't do pipes in the Black Coast. So. That killed us in the 90s. We done with pipes. White people, y'all going through it right now. God damn. I've been downtown. That shit look like a white Thriller video down there. They can shoot a white person in a wire downtown. See, I don't think that shit's funny. The crack line, funny. White homelessness, not the hey, buddy. Don't do it, buddy. Come on. Go back to the crack, buddy. Come on. That's cool, man. Y'all, can we smoke after the show?
Yeah.
I wish we could do that shit right now.
Then we gotta send her off to New York.
What you going to New York?
I live there.
What part? Washington Heights? Cool. I don't know what to say about it. That's Manhattan? That's cool. How the fuck you afford to live in Manhattan?
Rent control.
Rent control.
Wow, white privilege. Okay, I got you. Rent control's like, y'all cool with this. You don't need a deposit. You're cool. How much is your rent? Fuck, I'm being nosy.
400.
Oh, I'm about to shoot you, bitch. This Texas, somebody got a gun. $400? Can we tell her collectively to fuck up? Hey, fuck her. Fuck you. Fuck you. Jesus. $400? Wow. Yeah, everybody hates you. I can't lie. I hope your shit flooded when you get there. I hope that motherfucker in 8 feet of water. I hate this bitch. 400? She think that shit funny. But you know what's funny? Here's the thing though. How old are you? The thing is, enjoy that shit now because you are fucked in the future. None of us have that. The thing is, you should have never took that shit because that's some bullshit you cannot get used to. I can't wait to read this. I want to be in the leasing office when they tell you $3,000. Hey, them titties gonna go from here to here. And they be like, man, that's actually gonna be $3,500 now. You gave me $3,000 because you had nice titties. Is that your gender neutral boyfriend right there? Also from New York? You got a dick and pussy? That's nice, man. Hey, I'm progressive. Don't do that shit to me. I'm real progressive. I saw a while back, Mario Lopez got in trouble for making like these anti-trans statements. Right? And look, the thing is, I support the trans movement. I really do. I love everybody. He said some weird shit, but he said one thing I do agree with. But hear me out before anybody gets pissed off. He goes, I don't believe you should give like a little 3-year-old kid hormones because little kids don't know what they want. I agree with that. But the thing is, I don't care what people do with their kids. I can't waste brain power on some shit I have no control over. Do what you want to do. You can agree or disagree. I don't comment because it's a waste of time. But I do agree, little kids do not know what the fuck they want. My son is 10, right? I'm 11. And on a Tuesday, he'll go, Daddy, I love cinnamon applesauce. I'm a great dad. I go to Costco, I'll buy a case of that shit. Bam, son, there you go. 48 cinnamon applesauces, have at it. And by Thursday, he's like, what the fuck is this shit? Who said I like this? Bad. I'm progressive, but I'm old school. You eat that motherfucking applesauce. Now, if my son wants to be trans one day, that's completely fine. We will cross that bridge when we get there. Have the best BBL, biggest cities in the world. I love my son. Dude, I support you. Progressive, but I'm old school. You get one transition in my house. I don't play that shit. You don't get to come and be like, Dad, I don't want to do trans anymore. I'm like, you keeping them goddamn titties, okay? You think this family got titty money laying around? Look at this shit. Look at this. Your mother needed new titties and we got you new titties. Look at this. Well, go upstairs and do your homework, honey. We're not quitters. You look fantastic. Daddy loves you. I had a friend of mine, I got a friend group where, and one of our friends, their kid is trans, right? And another friend of mine was like, yo, I don't know why he's entertaining that shit. And I'm like, yo, entertaining it? It's like, he loves his kid. He loves his child. I was like, bro, you've been entertaining the fact your son's a basketball player for 10 years. That motherfucker sucks. Tell him he's not a basketball player. Not having my son around all summer, it made me realize I'm way more pro-choice than I thought. And I don't really like to get too political, but like, I'm gonna do this bit because I don't give a fuck. Right? And people can have their opinions, but sometimes I just think some shit's stupid. I do. Like when I hear like a lot of right-wing people like, we love kids, we gotta say this. It's like, you don't really like all kids, you like your kid. And even then, it's still kind of limited. Because how many parents in here that have kids have prayed that their kid lost a playoff game, so you like, please God, let him lose, I don't want to drive back to San Antonio. If I gotta drive the plane on one more time, I'm a kid. Please God, let this motherfucker roll their ankle so I gotta go out there. He don't play no way, God, please. You don't give a fuck. They get a birthday, you ain't going to that birthday. I I've never seen a Republican get excited to see a baby on a plane like, I hope it cries the entire time. Those little moments of liberty. You're like, man, get this fucking baby off this plane. Here's our lives. Look, we all love our kids. What I mean, your lives would be way better without them. We would be way more fun. I think that's a lot of people. They don't have disposable income. They're angry. They're tired, and they want everybody else to be that way. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Our lives would be better with less kids. Have we all seen Back to the Future in here? Remember the photo? Just imagine this. It's you, a spouse, and y'all got 4 beautiful kids, and y'all stand in front of a nice house in fucking Pflugerville, whatever the fuck. Pfluger, whatever that is, right? Y'all just, it's a nice house, right? And all of a sudden, one of them motherfuckers slowly disappears. And that house behind y'all, a little bit bigger. The second one that be talking back, poof, gone. That minivan is now with Tesla. Bro, the third one that you're not even sure is yours, gone. Fellas, your hairline come back, fellas? Ladies, your body still snatched, your titties up here. You like, man, fuck them other 3 kids, man. My husband has abs and a full head of hair. I live downtown in a nice... And this is the last reason that I'll move on. And you hear it from religious people, and I'm not trashing religious people at all. But to me, it's one of the dumbest fucking arguments against abortion. You hear them say like, but what if that kid was gonna cure cancer? They could have cured AIDS. Let me tell y'all something. They wasn't. You know why? What the fuck is that? Am I killing that heart? Is that the fire alarm? That's my old ass cousin. Oh. Hey, he had that blue pill timer setting. Like, yeah. And that time release boner. Was that your alarm, cuz?
Yeah, that was about.
It's bedtime. What's your glucose level? You got diabetes up. Is it too high right now? Need a peppermint? Okay. The sugar. But that's the thing, they wasn't gonna cure cancer and AIDS. You know why? Because God don't make mistakes. If you're supposed to be here, you're gonna get here. You can't cheat God. Everybody who's supposed to be here is here. And the those who died ain't here. Because you wasn't supposed to be. You can't go around God's will. He don't make mistakes. You don't get to go to God like, God, what happened to the kid that was gonna cure cancer and AIDS? He's like, oh, my bad, Slim. I went out to smoke a cigarette and I put that baby in this 13-year-old girl that came back, she had an abortion. People get mad because they know that shit's true. I think I did all my best shit too early. No, I didn't. Alright, I'm gonna try some of these fucking... Are you still recording? Jesus, y'all don't listen. What kind of shit y'all... You know what? I have some really dark jokes that I used to do. Y'all want to hear some really dark shit? Hey, okay. Alright, let's hear the stories. Hear the stories. Whose diabetes monitor is that? You know what? I can't do these jokes anymore because they're not funny anymore. But see, here's the thing. Do one. Y'all, this is bad. Do one? Okay.
The worst but best one.
The worst? Oh, the first line, y'all can be like, watch. As soon as I say, alright, God. I can't, y'all. I'm trying to be a different kind. Y'all know I'm gonna do it. I'm fucking around. I need a little foreplay, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So, a while back, my wife had a miscarriage, right? It was the second time. It was bad, and it sucks because we wanted to have a bunch of kids. And she was honest. She goes, "Hey, Chris," she goes, "I can't go through this anymore." She goes, "I want my tubes gone. I want my tubes removed." I go, "Hey, babe, it's your body. Let's go ahead and get it done." So we did, and it sucks because we wanted, like I said, we wanted more kids, but it wasn't in the cards. But God was like, "That ain't for y'all." No. And it sucks. But the cool thing is, I don't have to pull out anymore. That's fun. And y'all want us to keep going? So I gave her vagina a nickname, everybody. I call her Sandy Hook now. You know why? Because I'm shooting kids all up in that motherfucker. That's why. Sorry, son. Daddy had to do that. Was that too dark? I'm sorry, John. You want one more? This is bad. This is more. All right. Y'all know how Rihanna has like $1 billion makeup company? Can we agree? Maybe Chris Brown should get a little bit of that. Because if he didn't punch her, she would not know how to put that smoky eye on right away. Run it. All right. I feel bad for saying that. See, like that was an old me. Y'all saw the thoughtful shit I was doing earlier. I wrote all that shit when I was young and angry. Damn, you demanding? No. You rather have sex for her? Get that fucking dick out, you fucking. Hurry up. Spit on it. Spit on my clit, but take the hat off of it first. Y'all remember the hat bit? Okay, Jesus Christ. I forgot I got that very smart very touch. Y'all like Governor Abbott? Is he cool? I don't know. Y'all like him? Our governor we got a different governor, but our old governor in Virginia was weird. Governor Northam, he got caught in blackface a couple years ago. Y'all saw that shit? He didn't even remember. They were like, "Is this you?" He's like, "No, that's not me. That's not me." And then like a day later, he was like, "Oh shit, my bad. That was me." You know what that made me realize? It made me realize something. That black people look so much alike to white people that white people don't even recognize themselves as black people. I was like, that's crazy. Just based on that, I think we need to have some new laws. If you white and you want to try to press charges on black people, this is what y'all need to do. I'm just saying that shit, this is crazy. If you want, as a white person, if you want to press charges against a black person, you gotta go down to the police station, get your ass in blackface, get into a random lineup, and if you can't pick yourself out of that lineup, you don't get to press charges. I think that's right. Because you might send the wrong black dude to jail with us. But I was talking about like old white kids and shit. Like, I was in the military, so I used to get a lot of questions like about that shit. Like, they were like, "Yo, Chris, why are young white kids so woke?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, these are young kids. I don't fucking know. You tell me." But I have a theory. I think I know why there's so many young white woke kids. I thought about this shit. And I think all the white kids that are woke nowadays, these are the same white kids you would see in the mall back in the day, attached to leashes and shit. They know what it's like to be held back by white people, and that's why. That's a great job, man. All right. I'm gonna tell this one to get out of here, man. I'm out of energy. I gotta get up early. And I spent way too much money at that one spot. Actually, I'm about to tell a story. Story in my last joke? But I don't know how funny these fucking stories are. You're right. I gotta have more confidence. I do. All right. Like I said, I lost my grandmother a couple years ago, and that shit really fucked with me, man. She was my rock. She was 96. She was always there, and she was gone. And that shit, I'm 43, and I find myself sometimes asking like very childish, almost toddler-like questions, like why? She didn't do nothing to nobody. Like why couldn't she just stay? And I'm 43, and I'm still asking that type of shit. It just really made me realize how much time had gone by, how much wisdom she bestowed on us, and she was a big Christian woman, man. And I think a lot of people go through this journey where like, I grew up religious, but I'm in and out. I don't know where I am, if I believe in all that kind of stuff. But my family prays for me because I know it makes them feel good. And you know, a lot of if you're not religious, it's always when you have people pray for you, there's always that doubt in the back of your mind. You're like, this shit ain't fucking why this shit. So when I dropped my son off Memorial Day weekend in Rochester, New York, I bought my nieces and them like a little stomp rocket. You know what a stomp rocket is? You step on it, it goes up in the air. And so we playing with this stuff. I'm a big guy, and they're like, Uncle Chris, make it go high. I'm like, all right. So I jump up. So, I mean, I think I'm jump high, but it's probably like that high. And I come down, boom. I fucked my heel up so bad. It was swollen. I could barely walk. It was so bad. It was so bad, we had to leave my sister's house and go back to the house and take care of it. And I thought it was a beautiful moment because my heel was swollen. It was bad. Like when it happened, y'all know when Wile E. Coyote gets struck by lightning, he's like, ah! Like that's how that shit felt. I could barely walk, so we get back to my mom's house, and she got a little foot bath out, the Epsom salt, and I thought it was cool because my son got to watch my mom take care of me in front of him, and that's just like, see, you know, Daddy's mom was taking care of him. I thought that was great for him to see, so I soak it, and she's being so tender. She's really helping me out. And before she wraps it, she pulls out this small little vial. It looks like a little vial that you would get from somebody selling perfume or something like that on a train or whatever. And I go, what's that? She goes, this is your grandmother's oil. This is the last bit that's left before she died. And I'm like, oh shit. I go, my grandmother didn't believe in no bullshit. She goes, so I'm gonna pray for you, I'm gonna put it on there. And I was like, Chris, have an open mind. Let your mother do this. And I was like, go ahead. She's dabbing all over my foot and stuff. She's praying. And I did it with an open mind. I'm like, this is going to work. This is going to work. I go to bed. This is how bad it is. I'm crawling up the stairs. Like, that's how bad. I cannot walk. I can't walk. I go to bed. I wake up the next morning. And I'm like, all right, put some pressure on it. I stand up. Man, that bullshit ain't fucking working. I was like, God damn it, Grandma! But on some real shit, guess what? That shit fucking worked, y'all. And I say, sometimes y'all truly just gotta believe, y'all. Did I say how it's not fun? But you just gotta be open-minded to shit. If you're open-minded, a lot of things can change for you. I miss her. You gotta clap, but thank you. The one lady. I miss her, man. And it's just a lot of memories kind of just flooded in. She was such a fun, great person. She's the first person I ever saw with a gun. I was probably 8 years old. We went down to Tallahassee, Florida. My grandmother had passed away. And, you know, she's an old country lady. She was like, I got this pistol. Look at this pistol, Chris. I got this pistol. I was like, oh, that's cool, Grandma. And she starts to list all the reasons that she would shoot people. And let me tell y'all something. It wasn't much. You show over here at the dark, bam! Yo, she's shooting the gun. And there, boom! She's like, ask Curtis. I go, what happened with Curtis? This is what happened with Curtis. She said one day she watched TV and she hears some rustling out in her yard. Doesn't even look who's out there. Opens the window and just start busting. Bam, 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 bam. And they say, Miss Alma, it's me, Curtis. She go, oh, what you doing? He was like, it's Tuesday, I'm taking your trash cans out. And she was like, baby, you gotta call before you do that. If I think you're here to steal, I'm shooting to kill. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna go Republican. That's right. She's an old school lady, man. She's an old school woman. She believed in like cooking and women do that. But not in no weird like men are better type shit. But she was an old school woman. Like, hey, you cook for the family? That was cool, man. She would come for the summers. And I lived in the inner city, and not a lot of kids that I lived around would get good meals. And I don't know if y'all know anything about the hood. There's a lot of grandmothers that would come from the South, and they would cook for people in the neighborhood. So they would hear my grandmother, oh, your grandmother in town, she cooking. People would come over and eat. But one thing my grandmother hated, she hated a motherfucker that did not work. Especially a grown man, she did not play that shit. And I remember one summer, my other aunt was in town, and she was married to a piece of shit, this dude named Errol. This motherfucker did not work. You know this nigga, you know him. This is a true story. She goes on my Aunt Carol's house, Auntie's house, on my auntie's house, and she goes, dinner's ready. Errol is the first motherfucker to grab a plate. She's like, no, Negro, working men eat first here. And he was like, what? He was like, let me get my pistol. He was like, oh shit, we put it back in the pot. She ain't play, man. She ain't play. I love Elma, man. So after she passed away, my family tried to do some white shit, right? I'll tell you. It was the anniversary of her death. They got these Chinese lanterns, and they were like, we're gonna go to the beach in Rochester, we're gonna let these lanterns go. That ain't no black shit to do. Negroes ain't reading the motherfucking directions and shit. I'm in Virginia. My sister on Facebook Live. Yeah, I wish I had the video still. I'm watching this shit. It is a fucking shit show. Have y'all ever seen the beginning of Saving Private Ryan? That's what it looked like. It's just complete chaos. Like they all like trying to light him and stuff. They're like, we love you, Grandma. And like they're not even going high enough. They're flying towards people. Like my little niece is crying and stuff like that. My uncle was like trying to put one out. And then they finally get one like, we love you, Grandma. They're at the beach. They watch it. It hits a tree at the beach and it catches on fire. These niggas caught the beach on fire. And it's like a bridge. There are white people watching my family videotaping this shit. Did you see this shit? But you know what's weird? There's no ending to this, but this is some true shit. So, the next year, 4th of July, I'm at my sister's house. My sister lives in the middle of the suburbs. There's no water around, no nothing. There's no reason for this to happen. It's getting a little dark. We light a little fire in the backyard, right? The kids are doing, what do you call them? The marshmallow things? Making s'mores and stuff, right? We all, the whole family, everybody's sitting around the little campfire in the back. And I'm not shitting y'all. For some reason, I looked up. What do y'all think was in the air? A motherfucking Chinese lantern. And we're like, oh, that was great. We all started, like, look at, that's gotta be our grandmother. That's gotta be her, because there's no reason why. Like, why the fuck is this Chinese lantern? And we watch it, and it just keep floating, and it hit my sister's house and catch on fire. But that was such a crazy moment. And it's honestly, knowing my grandmother, that's the little shit where I'm like, is God real? Like, that's some shit Alma would do. Crazy, man. I miss it, man. All right, I'm gonna tell you this shit about my wife real quick. My wife is very refined. She's very nice. She's all about customer service. She loves people. She's very nice to people. Very nice, right? But she's very big on customer service. And if people fuck her shit up, she will, John, am I right? But she's very nice about it. We order on a lot at first. Just like we'll order food and stuff and eat at home, right? And the order will be wrong. She'll go, hey, I was just there. Tomorrow I'm gonna come get the right thing. But I'm gonna eat this tonight, but tomorrow I want what I ordered. Right? So I'm stationed in Las Vegas at the time. And I'm new to my career field. I'm in Intel, so I'm working these weird hours. And our marriage is new. And we're not getting to spend a lot of time together. We kind of feel like roommates. And it's a new marriage, and that's not a good thing to feel like roommates in a new marriage. It's not. And my wife was like, hey, we have to sit down and have dinner, no matter what it is. I'm like, cool. And I'm working nights. So I wake up one night and she's got Jack in the Box on the table. I'm like, cool. If y'all been on the West Coast, Jack in the Box is the shit, right? Jumping jack with cheese, 2 tacos, that's my shit, right? She divvy up the food, my shit's cool. She opened hers, it's mayonnaise, it's all the shit she don't want, right? She calls up there, hey, I was just there, I'm gonna come get the thing tomorrow. And I can hear the woman on the other line. She goes, well, what does the receipt say? And my wife was like, I don't give a fuck what the receipt says. I know my order, I've been ordering my food for 35 years. I know what I ordered, this ain't what I ordered. She goes, whatever is on the receipt, that's what you ordered. My wife was like, hey lady, don't make me come up there and talk to me like this. And she goes, well, I'm off in 5 minutes. My wife was like, bitch, I'll be here in 3. Yeah. Y'all, I'm gonna bite my burger, it is snatched out of my hand. It's like a cartoon, my t-shirt. but she had to stop like and put her slippers on all slow. It was so funny. I'm gonna kill this bitch. Down the stairs, the rocks go up, tires screech. I'm like, damn it. So I'm throwing my uniform on, tucking my shit in, blouse and boots. Like, I go, hey man, I might be late. So I drive over to Jack in the Box. I don't see her car anywhere. I'm like, okay, maybe she drove away. But then I get parallel with it, and who do I see at the drive-through window? Hanging out the motherfucking car window. My wife, Kalila. I can hear her over the traffic. She's like, tell that bitch to get out here. Tell that bitch to get out here. And this little white dude named Mike, who we've known for years, because he's like, he works for the late shift. He's this little, and just imagine, this is mean, but just imagine Larry Bird if he was in the Dallas Buyers Club. He's like, okay. So my wife tells me afterwards, when she pulls up, she goes, tell that bitch to come out here. Why does Mike go back there? He was like, hey bitch, she said come out here. I was like, he said it? He said it. So they like yelling at each other, back and forth. And like eventually this other brother walk up kind of behind, because I'm in the drive-thru. This is an old school Jack in the Box. There's no 2 lanes in the drive-thru. So I'm standing in uniform and in the headlights, beating on the hood like, hey, you gotta stop, please. Just leave it alone. So this dude walks up. We don't even say anything to each other. We just know like our women are fighting. He already know. He knows his girl. He goes in and gets her. They drive off. I gotta, at this point, I'm standing in front of my wife's car because like, when they drive off, she want to follow them. I'm like, no, we're not doing that shit. And I have to stand there and people are honking. The line is wrapped around the building. It is crazy. So eventually I get my wife home. I'm late to work. I come back home the next morning and my wife, she already up. She on the phone and on the laptop. I go, who you calling? It's like, thank you for calling Jack in the Box Corporate. I was like, you still mad? She was like, fuck yeah, I'm still mad. I was like, I'm leaving this shit alone. Send an email and talk to somebody. I go to bed, I wake up, come out to the kitchen, what's on the table? Motherfucking Jack in the Box. Order done correctly. And I was like, so what happened? She was like, that bitch got fired and I helped Mike get promoted. And they sent us $300 in coupons. You could buy a fucking Jack in the Box for $300. All right. So my wife and I, man, look, I gotta come out of a weird closet right now. Like y'all, you know how I'm saying when you gotta meet people where they are? I didn't realize okay, I'm gonna admit it. I've been addicted to reality TV since like 2010. And I used to hate that shit. And it just hit me like, that's how my wife and I bond. We love that. You don't watch it? No. I used to hate it. I know there's some younger people in here, but this is when it started. This TV show on MTV called The Hills. You ever seen that shit? I used to hate that shit. I would hear that song, staring at the blank page. I go, why are you watching this little white girl? They don't do shit. These little bitches don't do shit. This shit's stupid. And I would go upstairs and get on the computer, play Call of Duty and shit. And over like the next year and a half, 2 years, I found myself getting closer and closer to the TV, talking shit. I'm in the kitchen like, man, this shit's stupid. Where they going? I'm at the dining table. This so dumb. They dating now? And before you know it, y'all, I'm on the couch fully invested. I'm singing the song like, feel the rain on you. I'm like, hurry up, it's coming on. And it was fun, but at first I was annoying because I didn't really know what was going on. And it's kind of like when somebody who doesn't watch sports watches sports with you, and they're like, is that the first down? Is that, what's outside? Who was that guy? Do I know him? I've seen him in the movie. That's Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Like all that shit. So I'm like, who was that? Why are they mad at each other? She was like, Chris, I love you, but you gotta shut the fuck up. She goes, if you wanna watch this, you gotta do it on your own. It's 2010, my y'all. So we finished the season. I don't know. I want to know more. I gotta see everything. I go to Best Buy, and I'm like, hey man, my wife like this stupid ass fucking show. It's called The Hills. Do y'all have it on DVD? They go, yes, sir, right here. Yeah, I buy all 4 seasons of The Hills. And I binge watch that shit and I love it. I'm like, oh my God, Lauren goes, she going to Fashion Institute. Why does Arduino keep taking Justin back? Spencer's a piece of shit. I love Whitney. So the new season starts, right? And there's a new character on the show. And I hate her because she being mean to my girl, Lauren Conrad. And I go back, I go, who the fuck is this bitch being mean to Lauren Conrad, right? She goes, oh, that's Kristen Cavallari. I go, who the fuck is that? She goes, oh, she from Laguna Beach. I was like, bitch, what's Laguna Beach? She goes, it's the prequel to The Hills. Y'all, I go back to Best Buy. I'm like, hey man, he was like, Laguna Beach? I was like, my nigga, yes. I'm watching 16-year-old girls go to prom. I'm like 30. Now I'm addicted to all that shit. Y'all watch any of it? I love that shit. Basketball-wise, Married to Medicine, I watch all that. I know more about quad than I do LeBron James now. Like, that's my shit. I love that shit. I love it. Fellas, if you're not watching this with your ladies, you are wrong. If you like sports, this is sports for women. If you think I'm bullshitting, think about where these shows are. New York, LA, Salt Lake City, Miami, Atlanta, New York. Those are franchise teams, cities. There was one woman, she couldn't hack it in Miami. They drugged that bitch for 2 seasons. It was so bad, they sent her to LA. That's a trade! That's a trade! That's a trade! A lot of my male friends too, they be like, man, when you watch that fake ass shit, I'm like, fake ass shit? Bro, you watch Game of Thrones, that shit ain't real. That is phony. Hodor ain't a real person. Dragons are not real. It's like, this bitch really got hit with a wine glass in Cancun. There are charges pending right now. Nigga, Tim Shaw is in prison right now. Andy Cohen, that's my favorite man in America. Andy Cohen is the only white man that can get in black women business and not get killed. And he be starting so much shit on his reunions. He be like, so Portia, you said that Candy's wig looked like shit, bitch. What's up with that? And he just sit back like this. And he be like, okay, moving on. I'm like, no, you don't get this stuff. I'm obsessed. I think it's sports. I remember a few years ago, probably like 4 years ago, I was like, man, I like this lady from this show, like this lady from this show. I was like, man, I wish they would have like an all-star cast where they took this woman from over here, this way they put them on one show. Guess what, y'all? They did that shit. It's called Ultimate Girls Trip, and I love that shit. I'm like, shots fired on the private jet on the way to take to Turk to Caicos? I'm in. You gotta watch that shit, fellas. It's so good. Yeah, I'm done. I try not to end on the big brain. That's kind of hacky. All right. Any questions before I get out of here? Sure. You want to ask anything? Well, if y'all want to follow me on social media, it's at Chris Allen Comedy, ALN. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I also started a new podcast. It's just called The Chris Allen Show. And I interview different people. It's been really tough making that transition from being in the military for 20 years. Since I was 18, I left when I was 38. And then I realized like I was never on my own until I was almost 40 years old. Like on some real shit, I didn't know what a fucking copay was. I didn't. Like when I got out, I would go to the doctor and have some shit done and walk out. They go, yo, bro, you gotta pay. I'm like, I ain't paying shit. You pay for what? I had to figure it out. So I'll talk a lot about that. Like, what is Jesus Christ? Yeah, who motherfucking T-Mobile bullshit? Whose flip phone is that? You got motherfucking prepaid this bitch. You bring my goddamn car back, Cynthia. All right, Grandma, gang. Yeah, my boys in there sucking their dick now. Remember them dope boys got my car. Found a backwood in there, right, Grandma? But yeah, man. So yeah, check out my podcast, follow me on social media, everybody. And thank y'all so much. I had so much fun.